Hey you guys, so I am back I'm going to be doing kind of like a vlogging tutorial for you guys. Well, it's not a tutorial, it's just a vlog. I did actually just post it on my Instagram if you guys were interested in seeing me do a vlog throughout my really good friend's wedding. I'm going to be doing the makeup for her wedding. And I asked her if it was okay to vlog, so I figured I would start with my train case. This is a train case that I got off of Amazon. It was like $115. There are ones that are a lot more expensive, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the top portion for you guys. So this is the top portion. So in here I've got, you know, like some eye primers. I've got, can you guys hear my stomach growling? I've got some lip products. I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel. Got a bunch of lipsticks, some concealers, some MAC Pro Longwear concealers, a MAC Pink Chili Paint Pot for eyeshadow base. I have my mascara that I keep a cap on, and then in here there are the little mascara wands. So I have my little mascara wands in there, and I use those to dip into the tube of mascara, so you're not contaminating your mascara and you don't have to buy one for every single client. These are a bunch of the little Sally Girl glitters. They're really affordable. They're cosmetic grade. They came in a schnit ton of different colors, so I got those. And then the cute little glitter gel, so totally doable. More lipsticks down here, more lipsticks down here. I have my oil blotting wipes. I've got some more mascara wands here. Over on this side, I have my gel eyeliner. I got a white eyeshadow base. I have a little hand sanitizer. We've got a primer, the Dr. Brandt No More Pores Pore Refining Primer. I've got a tiny little beauty blender cleanser, as well as 2 brow products here in a couple different shades. Ooh, is there something back here? There is. Oh, I've got that here, the NYC liquid liner. In here I've got a couple of these tiny little Ulta quads, these little eyeshadow quads. They did break, which pisses me off, but it is what it is. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the middle of the box here. So in this little baggie, these are Sonia Kashuk. So in this little baggie here, I've got a bunch of eyeliners. I've got some lip liners. I have my eyelash glue. Yeah, got my Physicians Formula Lash Boost pen, my eyeliner pen. So that is in that little boy, And this one here, hold on. This is really hard to do with one hand, holy Toledo. This is like a little emergency kit, I guess. So I have like a toothbrush. I know that sounds weird, but just, it's not to brush your teeth. It's for like brows and stuff like that. I've got a lotion, a face wash. There's some ibuprofen, some more hand sanitizer, Band-Aids, some Tums, some more Band-Aids. So yeah, that's kind of just like a little emergency kit, some random things. You just never know what you're gonna need and who's gonna need what, so pretty big deal. You know, you got your face wash just in case you have a client that hasn't washed their face, Band-Aids just in case something happens, ibuprofen just in case somebody has a headache, Tums, upset stomach, you have a Tide to go pen just in case somebody spills something. Just really smart little things to have. And then in this little bag here, I have some scissors. You will always need scissors for cutting eyelashes, so on and so forth. I've got a little sample of a perfume. It's obviously not going to be everybody's scent, but again, one of those last minute things where people are like, oh my gosh, I forgot to put on a perfume. So it's a pretty mild scent. I have some tweezers and some toenail clippers, as well as an emery board. This is brand new. It's from the brand Trim. So another really important thing to have on hand just in case. And then I have a brand new pencil. It's just a dual pencil sharpener from e.l.f. I've also got quite a few facial tissues, just tissues just in case. These are so cheap. You can just be like, you know, here's a thing of tissues if you didn't have any, so you're not bawling your eyes out, and so on and so forth. And then in here I've got a brand new eyelash curler with a little replacement guy in there too. You can see the replacement right there. I've got Q-tips because Q-tips are super important when doing makeup. Always a good thing to have on hand. And then I've got all of my palettes in here. So I've got my Naked 2 palette. I've got, oops, there go my Q-tips. I've got a BH Cosmetics 10 color blush palette. I've got all of my favorite Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Those are just kind of my staple eyeshadows. I've got a BH Cosmetics BH Cosmetics 120 color palette. This is the 3rd edition. I have a BH Cosmetics Tropical Matte eyeshadow palette. And then I have a BH Cosmetics, this is the 28 color natural neutral palette. And then the very last thing I have in here is a mirror. So just in case anybody needs a mirror, you know, you want your client to see the finished look. Always a really good thing to have as well. Now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open the bottom for you guys. And yeah, show you guys what that looks like. So there's little latches here on the side. You unlatch these on both sides. And then the top literally just lifts right off. This is from the brand Lather. So I've got a face lotion here. I've got 5 Makeup Forever HD foundations that you can match, mix and match colors and get the person's perfect shade. I have a few things of the Kirkland facial, the daily facial towelettes. I've got quite a few, as you can see, 2, 4, 6, 8 Jordana Cosmetics powders. I also have some Jordana, brand new Jordana Cosmetics liquid foundations. And then I have my tape for that perfect wing liner. Tape is really important when you're a freelance makeup artist. If you are doing quite a few clients and you need to get through them fast, eyeliner is pretty much the hardest thing to do, or at least in my experience, it's the hardest thing to do. So if you get permission from the client to use tape to get that perfect wing, it just saves a ton of time. So I always like to carry the tape with me. Yeah, I think that's it in that portion. So then there's 2 latches on the side right here that you undo on each side, and this flaps down, and then you can just take this whole tray out, and then you've got a ton more space down here. So down here I've got some reusable latex gloves. You never know when you're going to need gloves. I have some all-purpose towelettes that are a fresh scent. I've got some Clorox disinfecting wipes. These are really important. It's always important to have a really clean surface to do makeup on. So if you don't have any kind of like towel or anything that you can put down, make sure you disinfect your surfaces. And you always want to disinfect in front of clients so that they can see that for sure you've disinfected. And then I have another little bag in here. We've got some mascaras in here. There's some random little makeup brushes. We've got another little lip gloss, this cute little pigment from Ulta. There's a lip crayon, another little kohl eyeliner. So yeah, there's a bunch of cute little things in here. Just some extras. You just never know, you know, if you'll need or not. And then I've got some makeup wedges in here. Makeup wedges are always really good to have. You can use them with setting powder, things like that. I've got some extra little containers. You never know if you're going to need containers. There's an extra spray bottle, some just random, they look like lotion or shampoo or conditioner bottles. I've got those. I've got a spray bottle just in case you need a spray bottle for any water or anything like that. Important. And then I've got some glossy boxes in here. I'm going to show you guys what I have in these bad boys. They're awesome boxes. They're really sturdy and they fit perfectly in here. So I was like, holla. So let me try to do this without falling. So in here I've got my Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. I've got some rubbing alcohol. I've got a beauty blender. And then I have a bunch of my makeup brushes in here. This isn't all of them, but you don't need to take every single frackin' makeup brush that you have for your freelance kit. You just need to take enough. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to go overboard. So the next one that I have in here is a bunch of my bronzers. So I've got a bunch of blushes in here. So I have some blushes from The Balm. I've got some blushes from BH Cosmetics. I've got a highlighter. I've got my favorite Physicians Formula translucent powder in here, a bronzer from The Balm, some NYX blushes, a Hikari blush, the Hoola bronzer, more NYX blushes, an Ulta blush and bronzer duo. I've got my the NYC Sunny bronzer, a Bella Pierre like lip and cheek tint slash stain, another little brow, another brow powder. I mean, so this is all like my random face products. I'm pretty sure this is like my favorite glossy box ever. So cute. I love it. And this bad boy, there's Piper, is all of my eyelashes. So the eyelashes that I get are Cherry Blossom and Red Cherry. Red Cherry isn't on the website that I get them from anymore. I get them off of iKate House, like IKATE house.com. Like I as in the letter, not your eyeball. And the really awesome thing about the Cherry Blossoms is they are literally $1.49, excuse me. So they're super cheap. You guys can see that I have a ton of different styles. This isn't even all the styles that are in here. It's just the ones that you see on top. It's really important to have a wide variety of eyelashes, I feel. So you have some that are like a little bit more natural. Back here with the Demi Wispies, you have something that's a little bit more dramatic right here with the 47s. There we go. Right here with the 47s. You've got some more natural up here too, a different type of natural with the 747S. So yeah, so I have a ton of different varieties in here. And because they're so cheap, it's so easy to stock up on them because you don't want really cheap or you don't want really expensive eyelashes when you're doing people's makeup, because it's not like you get to take them back, so, or reuse them. That's disgusting. So next, last but not least, I've just got really random stuff in here. So in this box, I've got my MAC Fix Plus. I have some of these Laura Mercier cream, what are they called? Some of these metallic cream eye colors. I've got one in kind of like a more neutral peachy color, and then one in kind of like a darker taupe color. Those are really good for eyeshadow bases. I have some infallible eyeshadows in here. I've got my Stila Kitten eyeshadow, a black matte Sephora eyeshadow. I always take my... You guys see my Tards fighting? The one on the right is Nugget, Chicken Nugget, and the one on the left is Piper. Anyway, so I always take my Goldilux pigment from Sugar Pill. I really feel like a lot of people, like especially for prom and stuff, they're like, I want that gold shimmer. So I always bring that. I have a little brow mascara doohickey, and then I always think it's really important to take a nail polish. This is just a very classic baby doll pink nail polish, just in case your bride or your bridesmaid or your client goes, oh, I forgot to paint my toenails, or oh my gosh, my nail polish chipped. I mean, heaven forbid, worst comes to worst, they can just paint over it, hopefully, if it's not like a dark color or whatever. So I also feel that that is really important to have. So yeah, so excuse how disgusting I look, but that is pretty much everything that was in my train case and my freelance kit. So there are a couple things that I did miss. I like to have like face masks in there and stuff like that, just in case you're sick, or the client is sick, and obviously maybe it's something that they absolutely can't cancel. And if you just have a cold or something like that, that you can you just let them know, hey, I've got a cold, is that okay? I'll make sure to wear a mask, yada yada yada. I also usually have gum in my train case. It's just in my purse right now because I just bought it when I was at the grocery store the other night. But that's really important to have. You don't want your stanky breath in somebody's face, and while you're popping a piece of gum in your mouth in front of the client, just offer them a piece of gum as well. Almost every single client will take it. And then the other thing that I usually have in my case is just in the dryer right now is I make sure to keep a nice, clean, big, fluffy white towel that I lay down to lay everything on. I feel like a towel is just, it's a little bit more, I don't want to say classy, but like it just looks a little bit cleaner and a little bit more, I don't know, like I guess classy than like a couple paper towels or something like that. So yeah, and then I also usually will keep a couple hair clips in there as well to clip clients' hair back. So I hope that helps you guys. And you don't need to have everything like super fancy and super expensive. You do what you can do. And I mean, granted, I feel good brushes and good like eyeshadows and stuff like that are really important when you start your freelance kit, because makeup is one of those things where it's like clothes. If you buy cheap clothes, they're cheap quality, they're gonna fall apart. Sometimes some cheap makeup, I am not saying all cheap makeup, but some cheap makeup can not wear as well, or you know, you need a good foundation on the canvas before you start working with everything. So, but like you can see, I don't have a bunch of MAC eyeshadows. I have Makeup Geek eyeshadows, which are just as good of quality, if not better. I've also got some drugstore brand foundations. I've got, you know, really affordable eyelashes. So yeah, I mean, you can see that everything in my kit is really affordable. The most expensive thing is my Makeup Forever HD foundations and my MAC Pro Longwear concealers that I have in there, because that's just my favorite concealer, and my Sigma brushes. So yeah, anyways, you can do it on an affordable, you know, budget. You can do it on a really tight budget. It's just yeah, it's just a matter of having the time and the money to do it. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.